What's up, JJ and E fans? In today's video, we're going to go over the top 10 biggest surprises this year in the 2018-2019 NBA season.
Last year's MVP, James Harden, was incredible, averaging 29 points per game. Everyone expected him to still be great this year, but not get better. This year, James Harden has incredibly improved and has averaged an amazing 36 points a game and has a 25-game, 30-plus point streak going, breaking Kobe's record. It seems like this year could definitely be another MVP season for James Harden and could break many records. Last year, the Nets had trouble winning, and their best player, D'Angelo Russell, had been a letdown. He had been struggling to the point where the Nets were considering starting Spencer Dinwiddie instead of him. This year, they're a playoff team sitting at 6th in the Eastern Conference with a 28 wins, 25 losses record. And D'Angelo Russell has been playing great and was recently selected to be an All-Star as an injury replacement for Victor Oladipo.
Last year, De'Aaron Fox was a bust after he was drafted 5th overall in the 2017 NBA draft before guys like Larry Markkinen and Donovan Mitchell. Then, in the regular season, only averaged 11.5 points. This year has really turned things around, averaging 17.5 points a game, shooting 46% from the field and 36% from beyond the arc. He is also helping his team to a 500 record, which would be a 6 or 7 seed in the East, but only a 10 seed in the West. He has 7.5 assists per game this season, which is up from his 4.4 assists last year. This has been a great turnaround year for De'Aaron Fox. After the Celtics had a heartbreaking loss to LeBron in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, they came into the season with finals expectations. They came into the season expecting Gordon Hayward to put up numbers like he had in Utah, but he didn't. They were also expecting guys like Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier to step it up and play like future All-Stars, but with so much talent on the team, it's hard for young guys like that to blossom to their full potential. So the Celtics are going to have to find a way to win with so much talent on the team. They are right now the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference only because of the Victor Oladipo injury, and no one would have suspected that the Celtics were going to be this bad. Last year, the Pelicans were a 6th seed in the Western Conference with only AD because Boogie was injured with an Achilles tear. Then, when they got to the playoffs, they upset the Trailblazers in the first round and then lost 4-1 in the second. And then in the offseason, they lost DeMarcus Cousins but signed Julius Randle. This year, they have a 400 win percentage with the same roster plus Julius Randle. So I don't get why they're not better than last year. Now they have another problem. With AD running out, there is going to be a mess this year and in the future. Without AD, and Drew Holiday is getting into the last years of his career, the rest of the lineup is trash besides Julius Randle, who is going to want out in this offseason or leaving in free agency the next year. I don't think anyone would have expected the Pelicans to be significantly worse than last year.
Last year, Paul George had to fill in the All-Star game. This year, he's an All-Star starter ahead of his teammate Russell Westbrook. No one was expecting him to do this good alongside Westbrook, but this year he's arguably better than Westbrook, averaging 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals while shooting 40% from 3. I don't think people would expect him to be better than his teammate Westbrook. In the 2016 to 2017 season, Gordon Hayward made it to the All-Star team for his first time. Every year until then, he got better in most of his major statistical categories. In that season, he averaged 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals per game, while carrying the Jazz to the second round of the playoffs. In that offseason, the All-Star decided to sign with the Boston Celtics. In the first game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, he fell down with an ankle injury. This year, he's only been getting 10 points with only 4 rebounds. He never quite got back to his All-Star self, which causes the Celtics to be only the 4th seed in the East. Last year, the Giannis-run Milwaukee Bucks only made the 7th seed, losing in the first round to the Gordon Hayward-less, Kyrie Irving-less Boston Celtics. Last year, the Bucks roster looked almost exactly the same compared to this year's roster, so no one would suddenly expect them to be the best team in the NBA. But here we are. I think the reason the Bucks are all of a sudden winning, no disrespect to Jason Kidd, he was a great player, but now that the Bucks are doing so well, it reveals that Jason Kidd was not such a good coach, and that Mike Budenholzer is a great coach. The Bucks are one of the favorites to make it out of the East. I don't think anyone would have expected this going into the season. Last year, the Nuggets barely missed the playoffs, losing in the last game of the season against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Nuggets must have practiced a lot over the summer because now they're the best team in the NBA, the best team in the West, despite losing Gary Harris and Will Barton the majority of the season. Even though the Nuggets did get Michael Porter Jr., who was expected to be amazing, and former All-Star Isaiah Thomas, both of them have yet to play this season. IT is projected to play in the next few weeks, which is going to make the Nuggets even better. Not even their coach, Michael Malone, would have seen this coming.
That's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment who do you think the biggest surprise is of this season. Peace!